The A's have signed manager Mark Kotsay to a 3-year extension. Why that signing is an absolute home run for the Athletics and their storied franchise. Today on Locked On A's.
You are Locked On A's, your daily podcast on the Athletics, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to Locked On A's, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it is your team every day. I am your host, Booney. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen of the day. I'm from the Bay Area, and I have been a diehard A's fan. You guessed it, since 1981. I'm here to bring you a real fans take, covering everything from Sacramento to Las Vegas. This is the place for A's fans to get the latest game breakdowns, team news, and more. This is where the passion of the fans takes center stage. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast, including YouTube. And please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button wherever you are following the show. We have a great show in store for you today, and I hope you enjoyed yesterday's show with Sully. I absolutely love Sully. We definitely have a difference in opinion, and that is okay. It's always fun to speak with Sully and get his point of view on things. He's definitely passionate and has a take and opinion on what he says, without a doubt. And at the end of the day, guys, it is still baseball. I know on Monday I said I wasn't going to talk about Johnfisher or the relocation. I promised you that, and yes, I'm sticking to that. But since Sully had me on his show yesterday, it doesn't count. But I regress. Back to baseball. The A's spring is shaping up to be very, very competitive at some positions, especially in the infield. We will update you on those competitions and what to expect in the next month or so. Speaking of infield competitions, the A's have signed veteran infielder Luis Urías to a 1-year deal. What impact will Urías have on the A's, and what does this signing mean? That's in just a little bit. First and foremost, the A's have made their best signing in years, and he doesn't even play. In a time of transition, both on and off the field, the A's have made a bold and decisive move by signing manager Mark Kotsay to a 3-year contract extension through 2028 with a club option for 2029. For a franchise navigating a challenging phase, preparing for a temporary relocation to West Sacramento and a eventual move to Las Vegas, this decision represents more than just managerial stability. It's a statement of belief in Kotsay's leadership and the vision he brings to the A's. For A's fans, this is just not another managerial extension. It's a reason to feel optimistic about the future. Let's break down why Kotsay is the right man at the right time for this storied franchise. Kotsay is a leader built for the long haul, that's for sure. His journey as a manager mirrors the resilience and grit that have long defined the Oakland Athletics, a former big league outfielder who donned the A's uniform from 2004 to 2007. Kotsay returned to the organization in 2016 as a coach before stepping into the managerial role in 2022. His tenure has not been without its challenges: navigating a roster overhaul, stadium uncertainty, and back-to-back losing seasons would test the most seasoned skippers. His leadership style is rooted in authenticity, passion, and an ability to connect with players on a personal level. As general manager David Forst aptly put it, quote unquote, Mark brings stability, passion, honesty, and integrity to the clubhouse. These qualities are invaluable for a young team trying to find its footing amidst external chaos. Kotsay's humility was evident during the press conference announcing his extension. Quote unquote, "I'm very humbled," he said. "All I wanted was to be given a chance to see this thing through. I want a winning season, and I want to see that happen from this group that I started this journey with." That kind of commitment is exactly what the A's need as they look to turn potential into results. Kotsay is building a culture of growth and resilience. And that's what really a leader of an organization or a team is all about: culture. One of Kotsay's greatest strengths is his ability to cultivate a positive and growth-oriented culture, even in the face of adversity. The A's win-loss record under his tenure isn't anything special. 179 wins against 307 losses. And obviously that does not jump off the page. But numbers rarely tell the full story during this type of rebuild. What truly matters is the foundation being laid. And by all accounts, Kotsay has built something special in the clubhouse. Players like Brett Rooker, who recently signed a 5-year extension, have credited Kotsay with fostering an environment where individuals and the team as a whole can thrive. Quote unquote, "He's a big reason that a lot of us in this room have improved as individuals and as a team," Rooker said. Rooker also said having him on board for the next several years is extremely exciting for everybody involved. This sentiment is echoed by the emerging core of young talent that includes Lawrence Butler, Mason Miller, Shea Langoliers, JJ Bleday, Zach Geloff, and others. Under Kotsay's guidance, these players have not only developed their skills, but also embraced the team's first mentality that will be critical as the A's aim to contend in the near future. Now, let's look at the strategic vision meeting long-term goals. The timing of Kotsay's extension couldn't be better. The A's are entering obviously a pivotal stretch in their history. A temporary relocation to Sutter Health Park in West Sacramento for 3 years before settling into their new home in Las Vegas in 2028. Amidst the upheaval, having a steady hand at the helm is absolutely essential. Kotsay's extension signals that the organization is fully committed to long-term vision. The front office has already begun laying the groundwork for a brighter future with off-season moves that include signing veterans like Luis Severino, Jose Leclerc, and Gio Urshela, as well as trading for left-hander Jeffrey Springs. These additions provide valuable experience and leadership to complement the young core already in place. The second half of 2024 offered a glimpse of what this team could become. The A's finished 39-37 over their final 76 games. But let's not forget, they had an awful September. In July and August, the A's were actually 29-19. And they literally gave 3 games away. 2 to the Angels, 1 to the Reds. You could easily look at that July-August record and turn it into something more of 32-16, which is one of the best in baseball. This momentum, combined with an infusion of veteran talent, sets the stage for what could be an absolutely thrilling 2025 campaign. Kotsay has a huge impact in moments that matter. It's one thing to talk about leadership in abstract terms. It's another to see it play out in real moments that define a team's character. One such moment came during spring training when Kotsay's extension was announced to the team. In an emotional display of unity and respect, every player and coach gathered in the clubhouse gave him a standing ovation. That kind of response speaks volumes about how much Kotsay means to this group, not just as a manager, but as a mentor and a motivator. This episode is brought to you in part by Wonderful Pistachios. Looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious? Crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they are packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love the no shells variety. It's the perfect grab and go snack for busy days, whether I'm snacking at my desk, on a road trip, or just need a quick protein boost. They are always my go-to. And if you love cracking open every shell for that satisfying crunch, the in-shell options are a classic favorites. The fact that Wonderful Pistachios is a complete protein providing all 9 essential amino acids. How these little green wonders pack a protein punch. No shells, Wonderful Pistachios for that grab and go ease. The satisfying crack of opening each shell. It's like snack meditation. Whether you are running between meetings or dropping off the kids, Wonderful Pistachios are the snack that works as hard as you do. Get snacking and get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Kotsay has also shown a knack for keeping his players focused on controllable factors despite external distractions like stadium uncertainty. His ability to navigate these challenges while maintaining morale and fostering development has been nothing short of remarkable. In today's MLB landscape, managerial extensions often reflect an organization's desire for continuity during periods of transition or contention. The A's decision to extend Kotsay aligns with broader trends seen across the league. Teams like the Cleveland Guardians and Tampa Bay Devil Rays have demonstrated how stability in leadership can pay dividends over time, even for small market franchises facing financial constraints. The Guardians did that in the past with Terry Francona, and the Rays are currently doing that with Kevin Cash. Kotsay may not have Francona or Cash's track record, but he possesses similar qualities: a deep understanding of player development, an ability to adapt strategically, and an unwavering belief in his team's potential. By committing to Kotsay through 2028, the A's are signaling that they see Kotsay as a key part of their plan to return to contention and ultimately chase a World Series title. Now, or maybe in the Las Vegas era. What success looks like under Kotsay? How does this extension align with the A's vision? The A's are obviously going through a massive transition, moving to Sutter Health Park in Sacramento before their planned relocation to Las Vegas. The extension ensures continuity during these pivotal years. Short-term impact. This year, next year, with offseason acquisitions like Luis Severino, Jose Leclerc, Gio Urshela, and Jeffrey Springs, the A's are building towards immediate competitiveness. How about 27 to 28? By keeping Kotsay, the team ensures that their young core has a consistent leader guiding them into a new era. The A's are sticking with a leader through a rebuild rather than making reactionary changes. Continued growth from young stars like Zach Geloff, Shea Langoliers, and Lawrence Butler will be absolutely critical. If these players take significant steps forward under Kotsay's guidance, it will bode well for the team's future. Maintaining positive clubhouse environment that Kotsay has established will be essential as new players join the fold and expectations rise. As the team transitions to new markets, Kotsay will play a key role in connecting with fans and embodying what it means to wear green and gold, no matter where they call home. Why should fans be excited? Mark Kotsay isn't just another manager. He's the manager who can guide this franchise through one of its most transformative periods. His passion for the A's organization, combined with his ability to inspire players and navigate challenges with grace, makes him uniquely suited for this role. As Kotsay himself said during his extension announcement, I've always wanted to lead this group to a World Series championship. I am fully of the mindset that we can make this happen. That kind of belief is contagious and exactly what A's fans need as they look ahead to brighter days. So buckle up, A's fans. This journey may have its ups and downs, but with Mark Kotsay at the helm, there's every reason to believe that something special is on the horizon. Let's play ball. Today's episode is brought to you in part by SelectQuote. In sports, having a winning strategy is everything. It's how the best teams make it to the Super Bowl, the World Series, and the Olympics. The same goes for life. Having a strategy like life insurance from SelectQuote can protect your financial legacy and keep your family's future secure. SelectQuote makes it easy to find the perfect life insurance policy. As one of America's leading insurance brokers with nearly 40 years of experience, they have helped over 2 million customers find $700 billion in coverage since 1985. What sets SelectQuote apart is their personal touch. Unlike other brokers that offer one-size-fits-all policies, their licensed agents tailor coverage to fit your unique needs. If you're in good health, you might even qualify for same-day coverage of up to $5 million. No medical exam required, and it's more affordable than you'd think. You can get up to $1 million in coverage for as little as $20 a month. Get the right life insurance for you for less at selectquote.com/lockedon. Go to selectquote.com/lockedon today to get started. That's selectquote.com/lockedon. SelectQuote. They shop, you save. The Athletics have made headlines with their latest acquisition, signing veteran infielder Luis Urías to a one-year deal as the team looks to retool for the upcoming season. The addition of Urías is, yes, a calculated move that brings versatility, experience, and potential upside to the roster. But what does this signing mean for the A's, and how does Urías fit into their plans? Let's dive into the details. Luis Urías, a career of highs and lows. 27-year-old infielder from Mexico, has had a roller coaster career in Major League Baseball. Once a top prospect in the San Diego Padres organization, Urías showcased his potential early with his excellent bat to ball skills and defensive versatility. His best years came during his stint with the Milwaukee Brewers in 2021 and 2022, where he combined to hit 244 with an impressive .766 OPS, 39 bombs, and 122 ribbies over 269 games. These numbers highlighted his ability to contribute as both a power hitter and a run producer. However, the past 2 seasons have been less kind to Urías. After struggling with injuries and inconsistency, he bounced between teams and spent much of last season at AAA Tacoma in the Seattle Mariners organization. In his 41 major league games with Seattle, Urías hit just 191 with a .697 OPS, far from peak performance. Despite these struggles, his track record suggests there's still untapped potential waiting to be rediscovered. He's a versatile addition to the A's infield. The A's have been searching for infield depth this offseason, and Urías appears to check several boxes for the team. Manager Mark Kotsay has already hinted at the roles Urías might play, including time at third base, second base, and even as a backup shortstop behind Jacob Wilson. It's safe to say that Urías has the inside track to be on the opening day 26-man roster. His positional flexibility is invaluable for a team like the A's, which is navigating a transitional phase with a mix of veterans and, yes, young prospects. Here's how Urías fits into the current infield landscape. At third base, the A's signed Gio Urshela earlier this offseason with the expectation that he would handle most of the duties at third base. However, Urshela has a history with injuries, meaning having a reliable backup like Urías is 100% crucial. At second base, uncertainty surrounding Zach Geloff and his 2024 campaign, Urías could see significant playing time at second as well. Shortstop. Well, it's not his primary position. Urías has enough athleticism to provide occasional relief for Jacob Wilson. This versatility not only gives Kotsay more lineup flexibility, but also provides insurance in case of injuries or underperformance by other players. What are Urías' strengths and weaknesses? What does he really bring to the table at the end of the day? Well, like I just went through, defensive versatility. He has experience at all 4 infield positions, making him a valuable utility player. He has a track record of success. Seasons with the Brewers demonstrated his ability to contribute offensively when healthy and in rhythm. Despite struggles at the major league level last year, Urías performed well in AAA Tacoma, showing he can still produce when given consistent playing time. He's a veteran presence, right? He has 7 years of MLB experience. Urías can serve as a mentor to younger players like, maybe a Daryl Hernandez, a CJ Alexander, a Brett Harris, Max Schumann. What are his weaknesses? He's not consistent at the plate. Offensive production has been erratic for the past 2 seasons, to say the least, raising questions about whether he can regain his form. He's injury prone. Lingering injuries have hampered his career trajectory, making durability a concern. Doesn't have much pop. While he has shown flashes of pop in his bat, Urías is not a traditional power hitter, which may limit his impact in a lineup that needs more offensive firepower. While there's reason for optimism surrounding this signing, it's important to address potential challenges. The biggest question mark is whether Urías can bounce back from his recent struggles. His inability to replicate his Milwaukee success in Seattle raises concerns about whether those strong seasons were an outlier or he simply needs a fresh start. Additionally, injuries have been a recurring theme throughout his career. The A's will need to carefully manage his workload to keep him healthy and productive over the course of the season. What I think will happen for 2025, can Urías reignite his career? Well, if he can stay healthy and find consistency at the plate, he has the potential to be a valuable contributor for the A's. I look at Urías as a Jeffrey Springs with a lower ceiling, meaning if Jeffrey Springs becomes the pitcher he was, we're looking at one of the best left-handers in all of baseball. Now, Urías doesn't have that type of ceiling, but his ceiling is somebody that can contribute at different positions on a daily basis. Here are 3 predictions for this season. 1, a bounce back year. Expect Urías to post improved numbers compared to last year's performance. A batting average around 250 with an OPS near 750 is a realistic goal. 2, key role player. While he may not be an everyday starter, Urías will play an important role as a utility infielder, logging significant innings at third and second base. Number 3, leadership. Beyond the box score, Urías will provide mentorship for younger players and help stabilize the infield. Why does this signing make sense for the A's? For a team like the Athletics, signing Luis Urías, it's low risk, high reward. This one-year deal allows them to evaluate whether he can return to form without committing long-term resources. If he performs well, he could become a valuable asset to possibly trade or even earn an extension as part of the team's future plans. If not, the financial commitment is minimal. They sign him to 1 year, $1.2 million, I believe. Moreover, adding a player with Urías' experience and versatility aligns with the A's current strategy of blending veterans with young talent. As Kotsay noted, quote unquote, we felt like we could add a little depth to the infield with some experience. This depth will be crucial as the A's navigate another year while aiming to remain competitive. The signing of Luis Urías represents more than just adding another name to the roster. It's a strategic bet on upside and versatility. While questions remain about his consistency and health, there's no denying that Urías has shown flashes of being a difference maker at the major league level. For A's fans, this move should spark cautious optimism as the team continues its journey towards building a competitive core. Whether he becomes a key contributor or simply provides valuable depth, Luis Urías has an opportunity to reignite his career with the A's. And for the franchise known for finding diamonds in the rough, this could be yet another example of turning potential into performance. I absolutely love the Luis Urías signing. And as we have gone a little long on this episode, I will get to the infield battles and competition and what to expect this spring tomorrow. Thank you for making Locked On A's your first listen today. For your second listen, find Locked On MLB. Baseball guru Sully brings a daily blend of humor and baseball, keeping you updated on every rumor and story throughout the offseason. Find Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. I will check you out tomorrow. Bye, guys.